Today's kirtan is Venkatramanane Baru. This kirtan, Purandaradasa composer, Sangrabaranam Raham. Venkataramanane Baru, Chesasalavasane Baru. Venkataramanane Baru, Chechachalavasane Baru. भंगजनाभ परम पवित्र संगरमित्र ने बारो भंगजनाभ परम पवित्र संगरमित्र ने बारो वेंकटरमण ने बारो केचाचलवास ने बारो मुद्दु मुगव मगुवे निनगे ಮುದ್ದು ಕೊಡುವನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಮುದ್ದು ಮುಗವ ಮಗುವೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಮುದ್ದು ಕೊಡುವೇಣು ಬಾರೋ ನಿರ್ದಯವೇ ಹೋ ನಿನ್ನೊಳಗೆ ನಾನು ಬಂದಿದೇಣು ಬಾರೋ ನಿರ್ದಯವೇ ಹೋ ನಿನ್ನೊಳಗೆ ನಾನು ಬಂದಿದೇಣು ಬಾರೋ వెంకటరమణనే బారు చేచాచలవాసనే బారు వెంకటరమణనే బారు చేచాచలవాసనే బారు ಮಂದರಗಿರಿಯ ನೇತಿದ ಆನಂದಮೂರ್ತಿಯೇ ಬಾರು ಮಂದರಗಿರಿಯ ನೇತಿದ ಆನಂದಮೂರ್ತಿಯೇ ಬಾರು நந்தன கந்த கோவிந்த முகுந்த இந்திர அரசனை பாரு நந்தன கந்த கோவிந்த முகுந்த இந்திர அரசனை பாரு வெங்கடரமணனை பாரு சேச்சாச்சலவாசனை பாரு வெங்கடரமணனை பாரு చేచాచలవాసనే బారు కామనయ్య కరుణాలో ఘనశ్యామల వర్ణనే బారు కామనయ్య కరుణాలో ఘన శ్యామల వర్ణనే బారు కోమలాంగ శ్రీ పురందర విఠలన స్వామి రాయనే బారు కోమలాంగ శ్రీ పురందర విఠలన స్వామి రాయణి బారు వెంకటరమణని బారు శేషాచలవాసని బారు పంగజనాభ పరమ పవిత్ర సంగరమిత్రని బారు వెంకటరమణని బారు శేషాచలవాసని బారు. Hare Krishna. Translation. Venkataramanane Baru by Purandara Dasa is a Kannada devotional song. Devaranama calling Lord Vishnu Venkateswara Krishna to come, praising its attributes as the remover of demons, Bana Ravana, the lifter of the Mandra hill, the butter thief, that is Krishna, the lotus-eyed one, and the Lord of Lakshmi, asking for his presence to bless the devotee who surrenders to him. O Lord of Venkateswara, please come. O resident of Chechachala, please come. O lotus-naveled, please, most pure one. O friend of Sangara, please come. Oh, child with a lovely face, I will give you kisses. Please come. Why are you merciless? I have found my refuge in you. Please come. Oh, please, blissful form, who lifted the Mandara mountain, please come. Oh, son of Nanda, Govinda, Mukunda, oh, beloved of Lakshmi, please come. Oh, father of Manmada, compassionate one, dark-hued one, please come. Oh, tender-limbed one, Lord Purandara Vittala, our king, please come. Key themes and references. Refer to Tirumala Hills, abode of Lord Venkateswara, lotus naveled, a name for Vishnu or Krishna. Friend of Shiva, that is Shankara, the mountain used during the churning of the ocean, Samudra Mandan. Son of Nanda, that is Krishna. Names for Krishna, that is Govinda Mukunda. Goddess of Lakshmi, Vishnu. Consort, that is Indra. The form of Lord Vishnu worshipped by Purandara Dasa. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you so much. So beautiful. Such a wonderful Kirtan, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Wishing you all a happy Krishna conscious New Year. Hare Krishna, everyone. So, Mangalacharan, who would like to sing? Hare Krishna.
Mataji, may I sing?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Anjana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya. Chakshurunmilidam Jena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale. Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Tadadi Swapadandikam. Vande Aham Sri Guru Sri Yudapada Kamalam. Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sakrajadam. Sagagana Raghunadan Vidam Tam Sajaivam. Sadvaidam Savadudam Parijana Sagidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam. Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sakagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidam Cha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhudale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhachatya Deshadharini. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayade Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namini Guru Gaura Devesha Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radha Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vacha Kalpataru Baccha Kripa Sindhu Bhaya Evacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you so much. All right. So, on this auspicious new year, we are continuing our chapter 7, which we've started yesterday. So, by tomorrow, mostly we'll finish our chapter 7, and then, or by maximum by Sunday, this weekend, we'll finish chapter 7, and then we will move to our last chapter. Okay, so, Hari bol to all of you. So, on this new year, how many rounds of chanting all of you did?
Mataji 12 rounds.
Hari bol, Prabhuji. Very nice. Very nice. How about the others? Vali Mataji, Ekambar Prabhuji, Pushpa Mataji, Lakshmi Mataji. How many rounds?
Only Mataji initiation has started.
Oh, okay, Prabhuji. She has completed the 18 days class, Prabhuji?
Not,
Not yet?
not, not.
Okay, okay, Prabhuji. Okay. Ekambar Prabhuji. Okay, Pushpa Mataji says 9 rounds. Hari bol. So beautiful. Ekambar Prabhuji, how many rounds? 16. Hari bol, Prabhuji. Very nice. Okay, wonderful. Good to know. So let's keep continuing this new year. Let's try to chant as many rounds as possible. So the grace of Krishna, may this be a wonderful Krishna conscious year for all of us. Okay, so with that thought, we will begin our class. So what is the name of the chapter we are currently in? Chapter 7?
Uniting two worlds.
Haribol, uniting two worlds, right? Very nice. Right, so it was a very interesting chapter. So who's going to summarize what we read yesterday? Quick summarization. The
2
main point.
minutes.
Yes, Prabhuji. Go ahead.
Adaji, may I summarize? Because
Yes, Prabhuji, go ahead.
Radha Yatra happened in Los Angeles. During Radha Yatra, Krishna book arrived, and the Krishna book, 6 number of copy, that is half dozen copy. And Prabhupada introduced Krishna book, and Prabhupada wanted the cover page of Krishna, 7.5 inch and 10.5 inch, the dimension of the book, big book, and volume 1 copy introduced in the Radha Yatra. And most of the people willing to purchase, and during that festival time. And afterwards, this type of book, how can we sell like that? The devotees don't know like that, understood by Srila Prabhupada. And one day, then one big acharyam happened, because devotees, those who are driving a car, want to want to put gas for their car in the gas station, and they showed the book to the gas attendant after putting the gas by the gas attendant. But they told, and it was more attracted by the gas attendant. And instead of taking money for the gas, filled gas, he is willing to purchase. He is willing to purchase the book, so that that amusement. Due to that, they have confidence, and whatever the doc arrived, and that was initially distributed to ISKCON centers, San Francisco and other centers. Then each center, they, like that, in front of grocery store, the devotees stayed and showed the book to the commuters. And people are attracted initially, and what the benefit happened, because after reading, some people told, Prabhupada relieved us from the hellish world. Like that comment arised, Prabhupada was very happy. And this one quote for Bhakti, Srila Bhaktivedanta Siddhanta Swami, and if 3 minute breaching can make a difference, and the one book if they purchase, their life will be turned, so that quoted. And it is like licking. Suppose the person want to lick honey, they will come around the bottle of the honey. So like that, the quotation, like that analogy made by the Bhakti Siddhanta Swami. And how the uniting two worlds means material world and the transient world. Suppose book is material world maybe, but after reading, the book converted their life to transient world. So whatever the book contains, that is transient automatically. And wherever they gone, and report Bhuktimanda, one devotee names, and he sold per day 5 copies daily. And Kesaba, the temple president, told to Karandara. It was a very appreciation moment, and Karandara compared the last Back to Godhead magazine, which was introduced in the 1967, and how it was sold. and during Sankirtana program, SKP, and other breaching, and whatever the areas whatever the areas where they go, they are showing and introducing the Prabhupada literature and how it changing the people's life, like that, telling. And those who are purchased the literature of Srila Prabhupada, and that changed the life of the people. And so that demand automatically arose, like Krishna book also. One incident shared by Karandara, how Prabhupada wants to give the transcient knowledge to the people. Because one name, devotee name, I forgot that one. That he is sometimes involving in petty quarrel with God brothers. And that time the God get machine arrived back to God admiration. That time, Prabhupada seen that no teachings of Lord Chaitanya machine was same, and Prabhupada not keeping one copy him, and he gives to that Satyavrata, that man
Yeah.
name, that devotee name is Satyavrata. He given these copies, and he Satyavrata thanked and left. And Bhakti Siddhanta, some name I forgot. And that disciple felt that how he was painstakingly felting, because how much
Brahmananda.
Brahmananda felt that how much painstaking for making that teachings of Lord Chaitanya book. And but Prabhupada is very eager to give his transient knowledge to any devotee. So that he is very much happy about this Srila Prabhupada's activities, actions. So his conduct, and somewhere near 1971 or 72, the people, they those ISKCON centers, Krishna book distribution, the Christmas marathon, December Krishna book marathon, they involved. During 3 days, the 70,000 copies they sold in the Los Angeles itself. And other areas also, the good reports came to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada wrote to devotees or disciples, and I am very much happy about. And it will change the whole world, and transcendental knowledge will reach to the people, like that Prabhupada shared in their letters to the disciples or devotees. Thank you, Matu.
Very nice, Prabhuji. Haribol. So beautiful. Very well summarized, Prabhuji. Okay, so it's a wonderful chapter. The power of book distribution had been highlighted so beautifully in this chapter, Uniting Two Worlds. That's what we were reading yesterday. So I'll quickly share my screen. Let me know once it's visible. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Haribol. So this was the Christmas marathon, right? Which they were talking about, and they took so much of efforts. Tamala Krishna, this person Rameshwara, Karandara, all these people, they're doing day and night to get ready and avail this marathon to the fullest to sell all to distribute the books of Srila Prabhupada. And Mutamanikam Prabhuji said, it's a humongous achievement which they've never achieved so far, which kind of astonished Srila Prabhupada as well. And he said here, right, they distributed more than 17,000 books in just 3 days, something which is unimaginable. Uh, and he also says, this indicates to me that people are at last becoming a little serious about Krishna consciousness movement in your country. Otherwise, why will they buy our books? And but they can see that our boys and girls devotees are so much sincere and serious to distribute the message of Krishna consciousness. And all this is said, this is unique in the world. I'm so much pleased upon all of the boys and girls in Los Angeles and all over the world who are understanding and appreciating this unique quality of a transcendental literature, and voluntarily they're going out to distribute despite all circumstances of difficulty. By this effort alone, they are assured to go back to home, back to Godhead. Look at the blessings they've got for their efforts. He has clearly said, by this effort alone, they are assured to go back to home, back to Godhead. So if we do little for Krishna, the favor comes back multifold for us. That's the power of it. And same day, Prabhupada also dictated a letter to Karandara, said, I could never have thought it was possible to distribute so many of our literatures. Therefore, I can understand it is simply Krishna's blessing us for your sincerely working on his behalf. Actually, that is the secret of my success. Not that personally I have done anything wonderful, but that because those who are helping me are sincere. They have done the work. That is the reason for all our success all over the world, where others have failed. Look at the humbleness of Srila Prabhupada. He's saying, I have not done anything wonderful. Okay, he's giving all the credits to the devotees who's helping me are sincere. So beautiful. And he says, a little sincerity is very difficult thing in this age of hypocrisy and bluff. But I am so fortunate that Krishna has sent me all of you nice boys and girls who are sincerely working. Please convey to all of them my deepest appreciation. Such a big word, right? And that shows like how humble they've been as from the Guru Parampara. They take no credits and gives it all to the devotees. So that's how beautiful this shows. That's a big learning for all of us. Very nice. So Hari Bol to all of you. We will continue from here. Vali Mataji, you can start Mataji. Whoever is interested to read, please raise your hands. Yes, Vali Mataji, you can start. Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada's letters acknowledging the Christmas marathon and assuring the devotees that they would go back to God had sent the book distribution movement flying into the new year with great momentum. Devotees continued to find new ways and places to distribute books. New records were constantly topping the old, and the devotees were making still higher projection of for the future. Praghosha. I was coming regularly to the Detroit temple for classes in the evening, and I was doing some odd work to help the devotees prepare the temple. Every night I would be painting, and I would watch the devotees coming back from the Sankirtana. They seemed very ecstatic and enlivened, and I was always a little curious about what they did out there that made them come back like this. I would be upon my ladder, painting and listening to them talk as they sat on the floor drinking hot milk. They would talk about how they had knocked on one man's door and this had happened and that had happened. And it was very attractive to me. After I moved into the temple and had been a devotee about a week, someone asked me if I would like to go out and try distributing books. So I went out wearing a dhoti and a tilaha and using a straightforward presentation, walking up to people, giving them a card and a book, and telling them about the contents of the book, showing them Prabhupada's picture and asking for a donation. The exhilaration I got from that was just incredible. It became extremely blissful to go out and do this. None of us could actually put a finger on why it was so ecstatic. We
Hari Bol.
used
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dhanvat pranams. Thank you so much. Pushpa Mataji, you can continue next Mataji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम
Dhanvat pranams.
शिला प्रभुपाद की जय. We used to live awake at night All the brahmacharis stayed in one big room, and we would lie there on the floor in our sleeping bag, whispering to each other. What did you say to the people out there? There would be all the different conversation going on in the room at night, with the lights out and everyone talking, trying to relate how we were presenting Prabhupada's book, Tipurari. My association with Srila Prabhupada was always more or less in separation and in the field, while many of older devotees were trained personally by the Prabhupada. I never got that training. I was trained by Srila Prabhupada more from within my own heart. I think that is the case with all of our book distributors. They have a very intimate sense of feeling for Prabhupada, but they never had much personal contact. Their intimacy and real sense of knowing Prabhupada very closely was because of that service which Prabhupada said was his life and soul, seeing that the books went out. In the summer of 1973, the devotees found that at concert they could distribute hundreds of Krishna books in a few hours. The Krishna uh, Mataji, the Krishna book available now as a paperback trilogy with a foreword by George Harrison was especially attractive to young people. In July, Rameshwara wrote to Prabhupada in London telling him that the Los Angeles temple was distributing 2000 Krishna book in a week and that at one concert devotees had distributed 600 books in 2 hours. The devotees in the Los Angeles decided that Tripurari and few older leaders, Sankirtana men, would travel from temple to temple and share their experience. Rameshwar wrote to Prabhupada, "This is the mercy of Sri Sri Rukmani Dwarkadhis, the deities of Los Angeles temple, that we can send out so many devotees to other centers. It is the real opulence of New Dwarka." The Srila Prabhupada replied on August 3.
Hare Krishna
Uh,
Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you so much. Muthumanikam Prabhuji, would you like to continue next? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mother. There is no doubt about it. To distribute books is our most important activity. The temple is a place not for eating and sleeping, but as a base from which we send out our soldiers to fight with Maya. Fight with Maya means to drop thousands and millions of books into the laps of the conditioned souls. Just like during the wartime, the bombs are raining from the sky like anything. I like also your program for sending out your best man to teach the others. That is the actual progress of Krishna consciousness. To train others, continue this program so that in the future every devotee in our movement will know that art of distributing books. This is approved by me. Sura, Vaisesika was
Vaisheshik.
selling books in the airport with me. He would walk up to the people and saying, "Well, how are you doing, sir?" All glories to the Sri Krishna Sankirtana movement, the prime benediction for humanity at large, which cleanses the heart. He was repeating the six Sixastaka prayers of Lord Chaitanya right out of the book, and the yet he was selling books. The book had picture of Krishna and devotional scenes on the corner cover, and sometimes some devotee couldn't understand how people would relate to these books, but Prabhupada wanted them distributed, and he was saying that we should preach on the merit of the book. When a devotee asked Prabhupada what we would say to distribute the books, Prabhupada replied, Krishna Swada Moba Swada Moba Gade.
Krishne
which is the
Krishne Swadamo Pagate.
Krishna Swadamo Mobagade, which is the verse that says the Srimad Bhagavatam is as brilliant as the sun and it has arisen just to give people religion in this age of darkness. So we were also repeating that verse and distributing books on faith. We would go out and see the people actually becoming stuck by Krishna consciousness. They would see that the devotees were very sincere and serious and they would become impressed. Daily on Sankirtana, we would see people appreciating Prabhupada's books. There was also harassment, but Prabhupada had talked about it, that there was always difficulty. So everything was there from Prabhupada to confirm whatever realizations we had. Srila Prabhupada said a book salesman would sometimes have difficulty, but he will be sometimes accepted and sometimes rejected. But he tolerates
Hare
in
Krishna.
the argument.
Dhanvat pranams. Ekambar Prabhuji, would you like to continue next? Hare Krishna.
Yes, madam. In the airport, we met professionals, lawyers, all kinds of people who would stop and talk. They would challenge, and we would constantly have to defend Prabhupada's books and his movement and speak up on behalf of Prabhupada, more so than when we were just kids out on the parking lots talking to women and begging 50 cents for a pack of incense. We were presenting Prabhupada's books to the scholars coming into contact with Mayavadis, scientists, businessmen, people who were very sharp in Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, and San Diego. People there were very sharp and hard, and just by having to strategically combat them and defend the moment, we become more mature in our understanding of Prabhupada's books and how to present them in such a way that we would convince even people who didn't want to be convinced. We had to study Prabhupada's book. Book distribution took another great stride forward when Tamil Krishna Goswami, Srila Prabhupada, known as Secretary in India, for 4 years returned to the US, joining with his friend Vishnu Jana, Vishnu Jana Swami. He helped form the Radha Damodara Sankirtana party, traveling in a bus with Radha Krishna Devi, also to distribute books and hold festivals all over the year. Srila Prabhupada showed special interest in the Radha Damodara party and opposed loans from BBT for the purchase of more buses, thus creating a Sankirtana army traveling on renovated Greyhound buses. By the end of 1974, the Radha Damodara party had 3 buses, vans, and numerous men. Prabhupada called the buses moving temples and he urged the Radha Damodara devotees to continue their program with certainty that they are keeping Lord Chaitanya. I am glad that you have understood the importance of my book, Prabhupada. Therefore, I am stressing it so much. Let everyone take these books. Srila Prabhupada encouraged the Radha Damodara party to expand to hundreds of buses and thus fulfill the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to bring Krishna consciousness to every town and village. When a tight transcendental competition arose between the Los Angeles Temple Tripurari UBT party and the Radha Damodara party, Prabhupada watched and approved it with pressure.
Hare Krishna.
Srila
Prabhuji.
Prabhu-
Hare Krishna. Dhanvat pranams. Okay, I think I had some network issue. My screen stopped for a while. I hope it is visible now.
No,
Is my screen visible?
Yes, Mata, it is.
Okay, right. So, Krishna Das Prabhuji, would you like to continue next? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yes, Mata. From another
Yeah, another party.
another party forming in 1974 was the BBT Library Party. It began with Hridayananda Goswami's sending some brahmacharis from his traveling party to sell books at prestigious universities in New England. Then in 1974, it became the BBT Library Party, backed up by a professionally organized sales office in Los Angeles. At that time, the men started to sell entire sets of Srila Prabhupada's books, including the published and yet to be published volumes of the 17th volume Chaitanya Charitamrita and 60 volume Srimad Bhagavatam. Even in their first attempts, they met with great success. Srila Prabhupada had long cherished this idea, and even before coming to America, he had obtained copies of those early volumes. Now, his desire to see his books placed in all the US libraries and universities was becoming a reality. Rameshwara, the BBT supervisor, wrote in a newsletter to all the temples. Srila Prabhupada has become more and more interested about this program and is making it one of our most important priorities. His Holiness Satsvarupa Das Goswami, who presently in GBC Secretary, serving as Srila Prabhupada's personal secretary, is being sent back to the US by His Divine Grace to personally lead and organize this BBT library program. Under Satsvarupa's guidance, the party crisscrossed the United States, selling dozens of standing orders each week to university libraries, including those of Yale, Harvard, Columbia, Princeton, and Stanford. Within a few months, Professor began writing favorable reviews, and many ordered Prabhupada's books for their college courses. After placing complete set of books in the majority of American and Canadian libraries, the BBT Library Party shifted its operations to Europe and India, meeting with the same success. Dr. Alex Wayman, professor of Sanskrit at Columbia University, wrote, "It has been my great pleasure recently to have read the Srimad Bhagavatam in the superb edition authored by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. The consummate care and the consummate care and devotion to the Sanskrit word and its precious meaning are evident on every page. I am sure this monumental work will go far to bring the sublime message of the Bhagavatam to numerous Westerns who otherwise would miss this opportunity." Prabhupada was pleased with the recognition coming from Western scholars and often showed their reviews of his books to his guests. "I very much like this program of the standing orders," Prabhupada wrote. "Try to increase it up to 50,000 such orders from the libraries." When Srila
Hare
Prabhupada
Krishna
became
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Dandavat pranams. Dattatreya Prabhuji, would you like to continue next? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. When Srila Prabhupada became ill for several weeks in September of 1974, the book distribution reports were his best medicine. Whenever I get report of my book selling, he wrote to the library party, "I feel strength even now in this weak and condition. I have got strength from your report." And during the same illness, Rameshwara. Regarding the book sales figures, please endeavor in this way. This is the only solace of my life. When I hear that my books are selling so nicely, I became energetic like a young man. Srila Prabhupada recovered his health, and by the end of 1974, his BPT was also in extraordinary health, again completing in a very vigorous Christmas marathon. The BBT office in to Prabhupada that approximately 387,000 hardbound books have been sold during the year, a 67% increase over the previous year, and almost 4 lakhs or 40 lakh.
40 lakhs.
40 lakh back to Godheads had been sold, an 89% increase. The American BBT sold to the individual temples a total of
66 lakh
crores,
68.
a 60% increase. Such news made Srila Prabhupada become energetic like a young man, and Prabhupada and his book distribution movement headed into 1975 with all signs of increasing, doubling, and tripling the already astounding figures of 1974. Moreover, the new BBTs in other countries around the world were also
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dhanvat pranams. Okay, so probably we'll stop with this today. We will continue from page 285 tomorrow. Okay, so we will stop here. We just have a couple of more pages as far as I'm. Yeah, there are some more pages. So we should complete this chapter by this weekend. Okay, so Haribol to all of you. Please join our class tomorrow as well, same time, and then we will see how much we can actually complete. Okay, so Dhanvat pranams to all of you. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय Dhanvat pranams. Thank you so much everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.